Okay.
With it.
You can loosen, you know, you can loosen this to carry up.
Yeah, kind of.
And use this tighten. That good. So it's over to you now, you know.
So the live I know.
Where's that?
It around.
Let's show them, man. Herbalist today. Alright, you live now?
Yes, people, so you don't know, say one principal boss there, you know, and today we link up with the doc. Straight medical doctor, brother. Me tell you this. Herbal. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I still medics.
Yeah,
you see what I say? So we're there with the herbal doctor peeps, and we want to check in the general thing and see where I'm going with him. Him help a whole host of people, bro. And we're there when I ill today. So we come check in with him. We're there with the doc. That's what we have to say to them.
Yeah, principal boss. You know, I just want to, you know, I feel very elated to be a part of this link up today. It has been long time in the making.
Yes, sir.
You know, and you know, we're all members of the same community.
Same way.
And what we want to do is, you know, we always have to try to find that middle ground, that platform that we can link in such a way that whatever we do, you know, benefit each other.
Yes.
One thing that we want to do right now is we want to stress and emphasize the importance of herbs.
Yes, sir.
Because as you know, Portland and St. Thomas has been responsible for the most part for holding the legacy of providing health care for Jamaica. When we go back to slavery, even right now, we find that there's a high concentration, a high level of practitioners. Jamaica's most famous herbalist,
yes.
Evelyn Harris,
yes.
Is from Portland. And some of the most iconic names in herbs is from Portland and St. Thomas. And that is because of the lush green, the vast amount of lush greenery that is here. I mean most persons who come to Jamaica, when they talk about going to Ochi, they go for excursions and, you know, gallivanting. But when they talk about somewhere to relax, somewhere that is therapeutic, somewhere that is nature, natural,
yes, sir.
Portland is the place to
yes,
be.
Sir.
And so, you know, I thought it fit, you know, as to engage as many persons as possible to share some wonderful news that we have.
True.
You know, and part of that the wonderful news that we have is that, you know, Jamaica has a very high percentage of health conscious people,
yeah.
and for good reasons, because in Jamaica we are persons who are primarily focused on herbs. That is what we go to for our healing.
True.
And over the years, we have never put together a formal structure of studying herbs or practicing herbs.
True.
So that is what we have done. What I'm putting out there in the market is what I call indigenous Caribbean medicine. So for the first time ever, Jamaica and the Caribbean has its own brand of medicine.
Yes, sir.
Indigenous Caribbean medicine. So finally, this is a medicine for we. This is a Fiwi medicine. Yeah? And I'm seeking a platform to share that with as many persons as possible. There are persons right now watching us from Canada,
yes.
watching us from England, watching us from all different parts of the world.
Sir. Yes, sir.
That when they get sick enough, Principal Vast, when they get sick enough,
them know if you rock.
They know if you rock, but
yes,
guess what happens? Sometimes they're not in the country anymore.
True.
So they don't know who to connect with. If they need a herbalist, who they connect with.
True.
Well, I'm happy to say that not only do we have a school to train persons, not only do we have trained personnel, but we also have a platform from which we are delivering that. And there's a link in your description.
Yes,
so there's anybody who is watching, there's a link in your description where persons can access whether it is our school. If you want to become a trained herbalist, there's a link there. And if it is that you're sick right now, having any type of ailment, there's a link there that you can scroll down and you can access our consultation services. But today we want to talk more pointedly about something that affects a lot of persons.
Yes.
And that is detoxification.
Yes, sir.
You know? I don't know about you, but when you were young, were you ever, as we would call it, wash out? You ever get to the wash out?
Yeah.
Yeah, or was it?
Well, wash out is all. Me always want wash out, you know. Yeah, no.
Who used to give you your wash out?
You know, some mother them used to deal with it.
Yeah.
Mojo herb and them, you know.
In a yellow bag.
Remember them?
In a yellow packet.
Yellow packet. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So cleansing, and especially right now during summer, no child would go back to school
Without a wash out.
without a wash out.
True.
Yeah, that's
That's true, man.
Yeah,
Really.
and so summer, because especially during summer, you know, children would run up and down barefoot, and children would pick up worm.
True.
Because back then, you know, so anytime they pick your grinding teeth,
Yes.
anytime they pick the belly big,
Yes.
you know, so you need to wash out. So detoxification is very much a part of our culture.
Yes,
We talk about cleansing or wash out. We talk about cold. Nearly every person, I've heard person saying in the States, why in Jamaica it's like almost every bush a cold.
Yeah, cold bush.
Yeah,
A cold bush.
A real type, man.
Yeah. So there's this consciousness in the Jamaican culture, not just Jamaican, but the Caribbean culture, of identifying with natural remedy as a primary source of health care.
True.
It's only recently people now got to doctor, because first time our grandparents never used to go to doctor unless there was a broken arm or a broken leg, or unless there was a surgery. Most time a person was sick, they would always consult with the healer or the grandmother in the community that would be very knowledgeable about the herbs.
Have a very good thing, you know?
Yeah, and sadly, that culture is dying out for the most part.
Really.
And what happened is that because of our over-dependence, because I don't knock Western medicine, but where the danger is we have an over-dependence. And that over-dependence also puts a burden on the government. Because a lot of persons turn up at the hospital, you know, and at the clinic with conditions that could have been remedied with simple natural remedies.
Herbs,
But because we are losing that knowledge, it is now creating an overburden
On the government.
on the government.
True.
So what we're saying is that indigenous Caribbean medicine, which is the brand of natural medicine from Jamaica and the Caribbean, which is what we're pushing and what we're advocating, needs to be respected, need to be understood, and need to be practiced alongside Western medicine.
And use.
You know, so we're seeing that medicine dying out, and what really hurt me is this was the medicine that our grandparents and their grandparents, this was the medicine that has kept us alive. When we talk about culture, we celebrate the language, patois, that's good.
True.
We talk about the music.
Yes.
We talk about the food.
Yeah.
But sadly, we don't talk about the influence of the medicine.
True.
And the medicine is what has kept us alive all of these years.
Yes.
And so what Western medicine has done, when they began to permeate our culture, somehow they caused us to lose respect
True.
for the wisdom that our grandparents had and for the wisdom that our parents had. And so we allowed a lot of wisdom to die with our grandparents. And now that grandma is dead. Now that Mass Joe is dead. Now that Miss Icy is dead. And the knowledge is dead with them. We are left at the mercy of the Western medicine system.
True.
And that is the danger that we now have. And so we have generations, children who are growing up, who no longer know the use of certain herbs. As bad as it is, and we're going to show our viewers some of the herbs that we have here. Bad as it is, some of the persons that are watching, and we may take this for granted. Do you know that in parts of America, in those industrialized cultures, there are people who cannot identify not even 2 medicinal herbs.
True.
True.
Who cannot identify not even 3 medicinal herbs.
Nah, man.
Once you come from Jamaica and the Caribbean,
You know,
the typical Jamaican
know everything.
know at least 10 medicinal herbs.
Our 40.
Or 40 medicinal
A
herbs.
lot there on where we know.
Yeah. The typical Jamaican, without going through any formal type of learning, know at least 20 to 40 medicinal
That
herbs.
coming from the grandmother stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
It goes back to the benefit. So we had those grandparents that we benefited from in getting that knowledge. But guess what happened now?
We lose it.
We have not done enough to pass that on to our children. So most Jamaicans now, whereas we could identify 40 or 50, our grandchildren, and do the experiment. Our grandchildren maybe can only identify 5 or 10, which is still a lot in comparison to other industrial countries.
True.
But what it is showing is that we are losing a very valuable part of our culture, which is the knowledge and the use of medicinal herbs. And I can't talk about herbs without talking about food. You know Jokoto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know Jokoto?
Yeah, man. Jokoto no something like pop chow with a
You know what, man?
Yeah, man.
You ever eat Jokoto?
Yeah, man. Me consume it, man.
What happened to Fat and Barrow?
I'm an old man. Our Rasta man, you know, so.
So, what happened to Fat and Barrow?
I don't know that one day. Unless they give it a different name.
Okay. Wild Hook.
Yeah, wild hook. Just like that look like the cocoa leaf thing there. That one.
But they grow on a vine. We can find some.
Yeah.
But these were not only herbs. These were vegetables.
Yeah.
They were vegetables and foods that were eaten by our ancestors that are not being eaten now. And the danger in that is that whereas our foreparents had a wider variety of vegetables. So if it is that they went to the market, callaloo short, cabbage not available, pak chow not available. Our ancestors could just go to the bush and pick wild vegetable and eat.
Yes.
But without that knowledge, the danger is without that knowledge, we are left at the mercy and under the false impression that we have a food shortage. So when you don't know what is edible and what is in abundantly available around you, you know what now? You are left at the mercy of those persons who have defined our vegetables and lead us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
plus, most of those what they call vegetable is genetically modified food. Because pop choy, most of the vegetable, most of the domestic vegetable
fertilizer
that we have in the market is genetically modified. And those that have escaped genetic modification are grown with fertilizers and other chemicals which are harmful for us.
Yes.
One of the reasons why our ancestors were able to be so healthy was the knowledge of wild vegetables that they could eat.
True.
This is some of the knowledge that we are trying to protect, preserve, and to pass on to the next generation through our school and through our educational endeavors.
Yes, sir.
And so, you know, when I meet persons like you, what we want to do is we want to see if we can get that information out
there. Yeah, true.
You know, when I get information out.
True.
So, you know, as it relates to detoxification, many people don't know how important. How many forms of detoxification or cleansing you know about? How many you know about?
Well, there's a lot of detox. You understand? Because
how much you know about?
Well, most people know about like maybe two. Yeah, like the same wash out. But there's a lot of detox, you know, because detox there for everything.
That's right. So there's detoxification of the blood.
Yeah.
There's detoxification of the liver.
Yes.
There's detoxification of the kidney.
Yes.
Most people don't know about the detoxification of the colon.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So there's so many other forms of detoxification. And even as it relates to cleansing the colon, there's different ways that you can cleanse the colon. So there is oral substance that you can take that cleanse the colon. We call them laxatives. So when it goes in this way, it comes out that way. Yeah, that's cleansing the colon.
Yeah.
And there are also herbs that work as what we call emetics. These are herbs that you put in this way and you cleanse your mouth this way. So it makes you vomit. So one herb in particular is what we call it the duck flower. Duck flower is a detoxifying herb because when you ingest it orally, then you are going to have, you're going to vomit. So you're going to pass out the mucus orally through your mouth. And there's many herbs like that. There's calabash. If you get the calabash juice and drink it, so there's a big calabash that passes out the road. If you get the calabash when it's ripe and put it down to drain, like soursop or noni, when it drains, it produces a syrup. And if you take 2 or 3 tablespoons of that syrup, it's going to cause you to vomit. It's going to cause you to throw up. If you get the same calabash juice and mix it with turpentine and give it to women who have fibroids, I don't encourage it, but I've seen it. That will cause a woman to vomit and even to pass out because it go in and it cut up the fibroids. And when they go to the bathroom, they just pass out the clumps and lumps. So there's cleansing of the womb. There's detoxification of the womb. So a lot of women who have infertility issues, men need to cleanse their womb. A lot of women who can't get pregnant, a lot of women who are on prolonged use of birth control or contraceptive and ready to get pregnant now, womb clog up, block up.
Jugs up.
Well drugs up, Reggie. Womb well drugs up.
Yes.
And so now that they want to get pregnant, it's difficult for them to get pregnant because the womb needs cleansing. I could talk a lot about the womb because I see a new trend. And one of the trend I'm seeing is where our rate of fertility as men and as women, as black people, has significantly gone down. So we are seeing a new trend. Everybody know that when you come on to black man, I breed of them.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So black men are known to be breeders.
Yeah.
And black women are known to be very prolific, very, very fertile.
Yeah.
Well,
Produce enough.
Yeah,
You know?
produce enough.
Yeah.
What we are seeing now is a new trend where a lot of our men, a lot of our Caribbean men,
I get it in.
are losing their fertility.
Yeah.
They're gonna breed again.
Can't get a youth, you know?
Can't get a youth.
And I see him a drink and I eat, you know?
Yeah.
And
But you don't know where to drink but that.
And nothing can come.
Yeah.
A lot of our women are also barren, can't breed.
yeah.
And we are seeing that not only in the 40s age group, we are seeing the age group falling.
Yeah.
A lot of young men that come to me have a problem with erection.
Yeah.
A lot of men are coming to me with issues with low sperm count. A lot of young girls are coming, can't get pregnant. One of the reasons for that is the amount of poison that is in the body.
Yeah.
And so because of that, the body can't do what it is supposed to do.
Sure.
So there is cleansing of the womb that can bring up a woman's body back into a fertile state. And so we see a lot of persons. We have a clinic in Kingston. We have a clinic in Morant Bay. We have a clinic in St. Anne's Bay. We have a clinic in Portland. So we have 4 clinics. So if there's anybody watching, we do have a clinic. It's in shop number 7, Ligani Lane Plaza. That's right near the U.S. Embassy. Yeah. We have a clinic right near the U.S. Embassy. Sure. There we have a clinic in Morant Bay. Yeah. 5 Church Street. Here, it's just right upstairs, the Universal Church, right across from the tax office. We're right in the heart of Morant Bay. St. Anne's Bay, we are at 4 Roy Street. So we are right on the same street that JPS is on. And in Port Antonio, we are at 6 Boundbrook Avenue, Port Antonio. Now, this is where we primarily work from. And we see lots of persons on a weekly basis, but I don't know, a lot of persons who come to our clinic, who benefit, naturally they'll reach out to their loved ones abroad.
Yes.
So we get lots of calls from abroad, from persons who sadly, in the past, we have had to just tell them that, you would need to come to Jamaica to do certain things.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to report now that a lot of what persons would have to come here to do,
Them don't have to do
they
it again.
don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah, true.
We have now put in place the facility and the infrastructure.
Yeah.
We are still limited to some extent because for some things persons have to come.
Yes.
But for a lot of what people have to come for, they don't have to come anymore.
Yeah, true.
So we have the facility now where we can do a lot virtually, thanks to technology and thanks to the platform that we have put in place.
Yeah.
So one of the thing we're promoting now is we're in summer and we're promoting our ultimate detox. Ultimate detox.
Yes.
And this is what we call an intracellular cleanse. I guarantee you, there are persons who are watching, and again, I'm very protective of my clients' privacy.
Yes.
I don't talk a lot about some of our high-profile clients.
True.
I don't talk about some of the conditions that we have helped persons with.
True.
We do have a YouTube channel. It's hallelujahlifestyle.com, where I put up a lot of videos. So most of what we do for persons, because for us, it's always about educating people. It's always about teaching people.
True.
And so we have a channel that's there for that. Yeah. But a lot of what we used to do for persons, we can now. So there's a link in your description.
Yeah,
for persons.
There's a link in our description, people. Want to check it out. Follow it up, like it, share. And I want to know the rest of it do. Because it's going to bring you from you click the link, it'll bring you straight where you have to go.
Yeah, man.
See me?
Yeah.
I have it set up right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm looking forward to more, collaborative videos. I know that there are persons watching us live. Is any questions there?
Them just a respect principle, boss, and no, not at the moment.
Oh, not at the moment. So, guys, if you're watching and you have any questions, then you can shoot. Like we can take 1 and 2 questions.
Yeah.
And how long? How long is your video? Normally.
Any amount me taking. My video running the time. All right. Bless up, Principal Boss. Bless up to you all. Bless up everyone on the panel.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Good morning. Amazing energy.
So we're in the hills.
Thumbs up. Hello to everyone on the chat. Interesting topic. Bless up, Principal Boss. And this one. Good morning to everyone.
All right. So let's go show them all the herbs.
Okay.
No
No problem.
feature all these herbs. Just that one down there, so.
Yes. Just let me.
No. Carry the whole stand.
Okay.
So we're up in the hills, and let me just give you a little herb walk. See if you can pick up 1 or 2 herbs. So this is a herb that is growing right here. They call it candlestick. The scientific name is Cassia alata, and it's from the senna family. And this is more commonly known as King of the Forest. You know this one good?
We use it for liver spot.
Yes.
One time I have liver spot all over me, you know. Yeah, me not drinking, you know. Me not drinking, you know what me do? Me get the juice and rub it.
Yeah, with salt.
You see in the evening?
Same thing about the leaves and finer.
You see that evening when me rub it, everything dry up, you know. All liver spot dry up, turn different color, you know. Cause we used to go swim a river, and when you come out of the water, we have a white liver spot there,
I
man.
drink this too, I drink this.
Good something this one.
This can heal you if you get a cut on your face.
Yes.
Or any part when that bleed, just crush up this man, mash it out.
Yeah, man.
Get the juice,
That's why it's called
just wipe it.
King of the
Yeah,
forest.
Of the
just wipe
forest.
it.
Many
Yeah.
different.
I eat that.
Yeah, so it's antifungal,
Yeah, man.
it's antibacterial, and it's antiparasitic.
And
If yeah,
for that, you know, because you never cut, I'm a really do it, you know.
you use it.
Yeah, man, I used to buy a company that cut a drop, so.
Yeah,
A knife cut me and lay do.
yeah.
And you just drop,
So this is a herb, as I say, it's anti-parasitic, antibacterial, it's antifungal. I mentioned those properties because any ailments, any sickness that is the result of parasite, that is the result of fungus, or that is the result of a bacteria, internally or externally, this is one of the most powerful remedies for that.
So, so as me I say now, peeps, we know these bush, and we will drink them, and we do a lot of stuff with them. But where that coming now is that most of these things, to how you drink them,
Dosage.
most time, the dosage. So that's why we really need someone to guide us. Like make you know, like 2 teas. Here people could just use it, but you don't know. You have to have someone to guide you how to take it, because as most of we don't have the knowledge about how to use them.
Yeah. And one of the sad thing is, as I said, that I spoke this morning, I was talking about herbs. And I was talking, I have to use this platform, because as I was coming here this morning, it's as if Mother Nature was talking to me. And one of the things that Mother Nature was talking to me about is how mother, that's our mother.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, but I know my mommy not going to do nothing to hurt me. Mommy not doing nothing to hurt me.
Nobody.
Because mommy carried for 9 months. And mommy has built even after birth, we still continue to have a connection with mommy.
Yes, sir.
Well, guess what happened? Outside of our biological mom, all of us are children of the earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of us, are children of the earth.
Yes.
And being children of the earth, Mother Nature has no intention to hurt us.
True.
But what has been happening to us, Dog Face and Principal Boss, the villain, there has been a wicked system called the pharmaceutical cartel.
Yes.
What it has done is that it has created in us a mistrust and a distrust for our mother.
Yes.
So what the wicked people have done is that they have made us more comfortable to take a prescription drug that man make. We can make mistake.
Yeah.
They have built in us a trust to take prescription drugs. And at the same time, we have fear and reservation
To Mother Nature.
from Mother Nature.
Yeah.
So look at this now, because what I think I teach is, I did a video about how to know the medicinal, and that's one of one of the principles about our course is we teach of any plant
Yes.
using your 5 senses.
Yeah.
Because our ancestors didn't have persons to teach them. They had their 5 senses, or their 6, I should say the 6 senses. Because there's a 5 senses, 5 physical sense, and a 6th sense, which we call the sense of intuition. That inner voice that guides us and tells us. So I'll taste this. Slightly bitter. One of the ways that our ancestors knew the benefit of plants is by tasting them. So somebody said, "You poison, you're not dead." No. Let me tell you something, if you learn something. Mother Nature has what's built in it, what we call the technology.
Yeah.
So whenever something is not ready, like, let me ask you, this is a mango tree.
Yes.
When the mangoes are not ready, how you know some mango not ready?
Yeah, stay
Come on, man. You do what?
Stay in it.
It's staying, what else?
The green top.
The green,
Young.
and no,
And it's tough.
Yeah.
It's
How you know
tough.
it's
It's tough.
It's tough. So there is a taste, there is a texture. So the thing either sour
Sweet.
or bitter when you're not ready.
Yeah.
So whenever you're not ready, whenever anything in nature is not ready, it has built in it a mechanism to detour you
Yeah. From it.
from it.
Yeah.
So usually when a fruit is not ready, it's stony, like green banana.
Yeah.
It's telling you, and the reason why it has that taste and texture is to ensure that it is not pleasant. It is one of the ways in which the plant protects itself to reach maturity.
Yeah.
Because remember, if a mango tastes good when it's green and young, it would never reach maturity. We would have eat it off.
Yeah.
So what Mother Nature does is that Mother Nature has a mechanism in it to deter animals, including humans, from consuming it, so that it matures, so that we can enjoy it and so we can benefit from it. Well, it's the same thing with plants. Some plants are bitter. And the next thing is that for you to be poisoned by any plant, you'd have to eat a certain amount for it to poison you.
Yeah.
So because of how it tastes bad, because of how unpleasant it is, you are not going to eat or consume the amount for it to hurt you or to harm you. Now, there are some exceptions. There are some plants that you can consume a very small amount, and it can affect you negatively. But what we need to understand is that don't call it a poisonous plant. It is just a powerful medicinal plant. A powerful medicinal plant is any plant where a small amount of it will adversely affect you. So medicine, let me give you an example. You get a blood pressure medication. And you are, medicine, it is what? Blood pressure medicine. So you go to the doctor, and the doctor gives you this, and the doctor says, this is medicine. 2 tablets. And you feel that you want to take 10, what's going to happen to you?
That hurt you.
You're dead.
Overdose.
So the medicine becomes poison because of the dosage.
Too much.
So it means that improper dosage can result in a medicine being seen as a poison. But it is not a poison.
It's too rich.
It's too rich, it's too strong. A medicine is anything, a poison is anything that you take too much of. They say too much are not good. So in the same way, there are some herbs like that, like Dranko bead. Is it the red bead? With the black eye? One of that is enough to kill you. How we attack, sir?
I missing. I mean,
I'll chain and use the make.
Chain is make. One of that It have an ingredient called ricin.
I know so one time when me used to make them chain, me always put one in my mouth.
I want to tell you, sir, in India, it is one of the most used natural form of suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. If in India, when people think their life too rough and them can't take it no more, then just go take one seed of that, man, and that's enough to kill you.
Yeah.
So, somebody would become afraid now. But remember, it is a tool of Mother Nature.
Yeah.
So, don't be afraid of Mother. Mother intention is never to hurt us. Mother intention is always to heal us. But you see, if we don't have a relationship with Mother, we develop a natural fear.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you now is, because we have not interacted with the plants, because we have lost that connection with plants, the Western society has replaced that relationship with fear. So we now fear what Mother Nature has for us,
Yes.
and we run to
Such
the
a
option that they have provided. And that is exactly where they want us. Yeah, man. So, me think we can do another segment.
Yeah, no problem.
But we want to maybe get a feedback from you.
Yeah.
As I said, the link is in the description. We don't want to
Yes.
be too long and boring.
Yes.
We want to keep the thing
Yes,
short,
man, short
and
and
spicy.
spicy.
Yeah, man,
So
yeah.
people, just check out the link in the description. And me I tell you, there is many things there. You understand? Once you check the links out, you'll never go back. I promise you.
And I'm willing to come back. Just, we're looking at your reaction.
Yeah.
And this is not my channel.
Yes.
But if what you are hearing, you like it and you want to hear it again, then subscribe to the channel.
Yeah,
subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, man, and check
And
it,
send
man.
this video out.
Yeah, man,
And
share it. Yeah, man.
And if you like what you hear and you would want me to come back, because we live in the same community.
Yeah, man,
you know,
touch
take
up the link,
nothing.
man. Touch up the link in the description, man.
That's true.
Yes,
you know,
man.
take nothing for
No,
you
man,
want.
alright, don't necessarily
Alright,
just
down
find
here.
it,
Him can come back. We can do this regular.
Well, I will live in a jungle, bro.
Same jungle.
Me just you with the out on the front and the
Yeah.
general take the Mother Nature feed.
In the bush.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
thank you for
Place.
having me, Principal.
Respect,
Boss.
man. Respect my
It was
general.
my pleasure.
Yes, sir.
And I would want to be back.
Every time.
It's up to them.
Every time.
Up to
So
them,
people
up to
no check
that.
it, you know. You see what I say?
Yeah, where they are regular,
and
man.
the thing I go on. You see me? Me and Dog Face go and check it back in the jungle and we there here. Respect, manners, every time. That sign them out.
All right, so thank you for watching, and I hope that what we shared was informative. We love to do a lot more videos like this. Indigenous Caribbean medicine, a free medicine this. If you would like to book a consultation, there's a link in the description. You just go there, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. And if there is not a consultation there and that you'd want to be there, reach out to me, I'll put it there. So until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bless my people them. Respect.